Good morning, folks. It's 8:44 a.m. on the 7th month, second day, 2025. Yes, yes, yes. What a day in history this was. This is when many people think the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th. But it was actually, it had to be printed and stuff and was done ahead of time. And this is the day this was being done. In Liberty Hall in Pennsylvania. It's a very small room. I've been in it. Yeah, it was a hot day when I went in it, and it was a hot day when they did this. I visited Philly on the 4th before, and to me, it's a special time. It's when we said "fuck you" to a system that was taxing us to death, controlling everything we did through fees and levies and stuff, just kind of like we get now, and had the ability to just barge into your house anytime they want. And the biggest one of all was enforcing a Sabbath law that meant you couldn't even do a work at your own breakfast table on your day off to make some money for yourself. Yeah, they put it into lots of things. So the USA said, yeah, go fuck yourself. And the whole world slowly came onto this concept of freedom that really turned out to be just an illusion of choice. Like, we don't have a choice for these chembombs that I'm showing you over the North Island and New Zealand that were deployed earlier today. The current conditions over you, yeah, I'll get to that. You got a big mess coming down from the tropics up here. You see all this crap here? And this is coming your way. You've actually got 3 storms coming over the next 10 days that are, each one of them is going to carry its own severity and risks with it. Yeah, but today your risk is just breathing. Look at the EMF over there off in Hawke's Bay. Bay of Plenty, right here where my cursor is. You see how square that looks with the 3 dots in it? Yeah, that's a scalar square of the chemical deployment, and I suspect you have a ship out there. There's a couple ship locations that I'm suspecting operating today. One of them's right here in the center. This thing keeps puffing, puff, 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 puff. It's right in front of the western, eastern side of the square here. And it's being chem-bombed up. You see the bombs right here? This is your Chembomb Cyclone. When they tell you a bomb cyclone, they're telling you a half-truth. Yeah, you're being told a half-truth. And they can make these any time of year. See that straight line of crap? This is backwards. Let me see if we can move it forward. Yeah, there we go. She's jumping nice now. How many directions of the wind here? Okay, we got to point that out. If things are supposed to be flowing around, how come it's taking a shortcut across the center? How? Because it's a propelled craft. And it can be moved. Yeah, a vessel, if you will. See how square that is, top and low deck? Yeah, we can get a better zoom on that for you. I'm going to double check I'm running too while this is going on. I can very often see with my phone. While we're doing that, let's put this up here, show you some of the squarenesses. Why do I say this is a geostorm? Get off of there. Why? Because you see these squares here? Square on the low deck, big square up here. Squares turning squares. These are not circular circulation. You want to see a circulation? Flush your toilet. Unclog a drain real quick and watch it go down. Is it going down in squares? No, it is not. So therefore, we have been inducing weathers in squares, bumping into squares right around the corner, right here. Well, cause that one to turn and cause that one to turn. And as you zoom back on some of these shots that I'm taking you, you'll see it's squares and squares and squares, big ones. And each one of them cocks the corner on the other square so that they can turn until you go all the way into the center. That's just how that works. And it's a definite, obvious sign of a geostorm when you see stuff like that. Let's go over here and have a look. You want to see your tongue of cold air? It's showing up really well on satellite here. See this here? This is your tongue of cold air. It looks like a tongue, don't it? Wind's just now changing directions a bit. You see it's shifting a little bit more towards the west here. Pulsations. Yeah, that means you're really about to get a blast of cold air is about to come up to you guys. Yeah, so that's you're not out of the woods yet. Look at these straight lines of storms here. These are chembombs, folks. This is a Chembomb Cyclone or a Chembombocane, whatever you want to call it. I call it wrong. to play God. And if you don't think it's wrong to play God, I wonder what's wrong with you. Did mommy and daddy not show you enough love, or didn't you get everything you asked for? Well, I'm only asking for one thing. I want to turn on this worldview. I want to see no chembombs. I want to see no chemtrails anywhere. But yeah, when I zoom in over here near Adelaide area, here, I see the EMF poisoning going on out here. Would you say you got a vessel out here at sea? Is it an emanation point of a lot of activity? I'd say so. I'd say you have a ship right where I'm pointing now. You see where this triangle is here? It's not natural to see these type triangles all the time. Well, once in a while, Mother Nature will throw us a loop. Boy, did they burn the land out over here. Look how black that is. My God. What did it look like last year? See how, oh my. When was it ever green? Wow. Well, they burned that area out. They never planted it back? What a fucking shame. It's time for us to be the Johnny Appleseed, or the truth seed, so to speak, because, you know, there's only one way to end truth decay is with honesty. Yep, that's all there is to it. How you doing there? Oh, my God. How the hell do you pronounce that? Kibby bullet? You got a kibby bullet in there? Yeah, sure. Bang! Yeah, Patty Hathaway, Patty that way. Is that a way, Patty? What in the fucking hell? Yeah, Tourette's is full on. When I start seeing poisoning on my land like this, EMF frying up the sky, ruining your food. Yeah, where's Mother Nature's vibe in the sunshine anymore? See, Mother Nature will put out some straight lines once in a while, but it's not all the time. Not all the time. Matter of fact, it's kind of rare. But Mother Nature likes to twist and curve because it grows in an electrical universe. And electricity is rarely in a straight line unless we wire it. Look at that. Look at all this chem out here. Isn't this disgusting? And boy, you were in for a night of it, New Zealand. Of all this chem fallout, I wouldn't be sleeping window open for nothing. Though it is that time of year. If you're sleeping with the window open, I'll be wondering anyhow. Some people do like that cold air. I like a cold pillow. Whoa. This is horrendous. It's very demonic looking, isn't it? The skies. It's not friendly ancestor sky. It's like a big footprint of man stepping all over the Coronel Range over there. Go Heels. My gosh, look at all the squares. Look at the big square in this haze here. That's weather manipulation. That's forcing that flow towards you guys, New Zealand. Hemming with chem out here, horrendously so. That's the date line. Like this is yesterday, this is today. Like man-made construct called time to get you to go to work and be a good slave. Kind of like a Wi-Fi symbol there. Would you say there's a pulsation out here? Was there a radar operating perhaps? Can you use your heads for more than an ass hat rack? That would be nice. I hear there's a brain inside there. Yeah. I swear here, too, is a lot of manipulation going on forcing these storms. And even this here is a mighty straight line you got going on, New Zealand, all the way from here to here. So do I need to map that? Can you see this looking like commas here? That's a pulsation point centered right here. Exactly here. Whether it's a mobile device or whether it's fixed on a mast that you can see, it's a radar. It's a radar signature. You ain't hiding that. But like the thumbprint right there. Doesn't it? That's not naturally occurring cloud formations, and it made you guys cooler. It fueled a lot of winds. It's whipping some dust in the air. It's going to settle on cars, and people are going to go, Robert, what is this? And meanwhile, out in international waters, things are being deployed that are coming over your land in the air, that are influencing the weather. The color of that cloud is almost like there's a fire out here, but there's not. There's not, because I checked. There's no fire in the middle of the ocean out there. I checked. I mean, it's really, you got to check. But there could be a ship out there steaming it up or making a big black smoke rings, smoke trails like they're doing practicing, what do they call that, a smoke screening. Yeah, well, there's a lot of smoke screen coming off the media calling this a bomb cyclone. No, man, this is chem bombs, and it can make any season, any time of the year, and it's winter time, so boy, do they already have easy access to some cold air and some warm tropical stuff, and boy, are they getting good at using beams to bring it down to you. You got a big beam fired here from Tassie today. Big beam shot up from here. See the straight lines here in this square? It centers right on Hobart. And it's shot all the way up the coast, and it's aiming at the river of moisture here. See that right there, that big scalar square? They ain't hiding their lies in the skies from my eyes. And it's a shame when they hide their guilt, but that they say if you don't want a camera on your street, you're hiding something, that you're guilty of something. No, it's time for this Doge attitude to apply to government first. The government says you have a minimum wage, government should get that minimum wage. You see Newcastle firing over here? Don't tell me this ain't weather modification, because I'm going to show you different. I can read these beams like a hawk. And your totals ain't done yet. And boy, I bet your ears are ringing. You're feeling very agitated, a lot less energy, because EMF can create free radicals. It can alter DNA. It can. It's fact. I'm not saying it is, because you need to know exactly what frequency and how long it's playing, but it's possible. And in combination with all these other frequency devices, like that phone you probably have in your lap, or one blasting you from a modem somewhere in your room, who knows what the pulsations can be done by an internet of smart things. Nobody's even mentioning the Gwen Tower grid. How's that being used? Same as it always was. Boom, 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 plumes here. Mighty evenly spaced storms out there out at sea. Mighty evenly spaced there. You see this one barreling into Perth over here. Same thing. Squares. Square on square on squares. And yeah, I'll get to your forecast, but I report geoengineering, and if you don't like that, go suck an egg. If you don't believe in geoengineering, that's okay. It could kill you anyhow, and it's a good thing I do. And I'm going to put a stop to this, or it's going to stop me. There's only two ways this is going to go. We win, or Earth loses. Which way you want that to go? Quit being selfish, people. Send its sunlight back out into space. For every leaf on every tree out there, I say no more, no more, is Earth the system's heart. For every burnt leaf in the park yesterday that overnight burned on a beautiful oak tree, from the acid and the rain that we had, and most likely fallout from one of Elon Musk's exploding Falcon 9 rockets. And I'm noticing terrible disbursements going across the Atlantic toward me. Meanwhile, the angel of death is creeping along here into the hills of Adelaide and out there toward Cooper Pedy, and all those beautiful people out there have no idea they're being poisoned. They're hearing there's a bomb cyclone, but they're not being told it's chemical clouds. They're not being told that EMF is fueling a storm. They're not being told honest weather, and you damn sure can't get a radar feed of any kind of honesty anymore. There's a lot more clouds out here that is showing in this. A hell of a lot more clouds out here. That's infrared. And I just get so tired of reporting this big tongue of cold air wagging a bunch of lies from the BOM, who don't even want you to call them the BOM. But yet up here in the corner of the screen, what does it say? They can't even get that right. They can't even get this right up here. See this up here? It says Bureau of Meteorology. You're a bunch of Bureau of morons as far as I'm fucking concerned. I'm just going to roll some forecast part before I get too upset. Rain and thunders and all that rumble. Here she comes. The wind continues. The cold continues. The lightning's coming. Yeah, it's going to be highly electrical up in the Penis Insula of New Zealand coming over the next 36 hours. As this storm belt splits the storm. Half goes to one side, half goes to the other, and this is when the bay will get plenty of totals. I hate to have to report that. But on the good news side, surf's up. Yeah, from Newcastle through Sydney, surf's up. But sadly, you'll need some kind of a respirator for the asphyxiation of the chemicals you're getting. I don't think you're getting sunburn much anymore. I think you're getting chemical burns from the acid. You should neutralize it with a good quality magnesium bicarbonate and water and spritz yourself with it to neutralize the acids. Yeah, it looks like overnight hours after midnight is going to get quite bad. New Zealand, right around 9, 10 o'clock at night on Thursday through the overnight hours is going to be quite bad for Auckland and all this. So don't be planning on going out anywhere that night, because that's a bad thing to put any kind of emergency workers. Good, nobody can say the sound ain't working. Well, let's share that to my story while I'm doing this. I'm just letting this run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run away. Cam bam, bam, bam. Ay, 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 ay. Cam bam, 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 yeah. But Donald's ending chemtrails bullshit. He's just gonna stop showing you with the Navy nose. Yeah, I'll just hide it so nobody can see. So trust the government's gonna watch out over itself. Oh my God, what happens when that happens? Wars happen. Endless budgets happen. Endless laws. Endless freedoms taken. Yep. Hysterical America's taking a giant shit on thee. And the freedom that was good belongs only in secret brotherhoods where money buys justice that we can see. Bunch of Cletuses. Yeah, Tuesday not looking too good for you, the overnight hours there. Tassie, big winds coming through that area down here across the bight as the storm is aimed from Perth. You see this over here? You get a few totals coming over the 36 hours. Starting, it looks like your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It'll be a bit soggy down here. But I said that the other day. I'm not surprised. It's this batch here is the one that's going to bother me for New Zealand is coming on the later half next week. Yeah, it's going to be a bitch. See how the EMF forms it into stuff? Why is it going to take some beams to heat up Oz to do that? Your ear's going to be ringing like fuck. But I bet you there'll be a solar mass ejection super X flare because they use that as a lie to cover their beams that swell your streams and kill your dreams. Dreams. Bam. I have a dream that's going to stop. I'm going to have a dream we're all going to wake up with some common sense one day and say, no, we will not block the sun. No, we will not use big devices, put big, huge squares out, as you can see right here. Yeah, Newcastle, you're frying with this big frying pan down here. You know which device I'm talking about, don't you? Here, I'll show it to you. It's a Tesla death ray that's been built for defense, part of your JARN network, guys. Now, let's just put that in. Kumte. Yeah, I kind of got lost here. Where's the Earth? Ah! Hey, something ain't working right. I'm upside down. It's not scrolling correctly. Okay, I won't be doing it like that. I have feeling thwarted. I'm gonna load it again. Let's see if we can make it come up. Nope. I'm gonna get it. It's not letting me load this screen proper. I'm gonna have to restart. Okay, well, we'll do that some other time. There's a big device in Newcastle. Oh, yeah? Newcastle's JARN antenna. I think there's more than one way to skin a cat. What do you think? Looking for this big antenna. It's on the ground. Nope. I hate it when I have to do this part live in front of you guys. Look at this. Something's not going right. Look, my magnification is off. Portable. What's this? MC Portable HF antenna? 100 watts. That's small shit. Well, we'll pull this up another time. It looks like I'm having a little bit of difficulty here with my computer. So I'm not going to wrap the show up yet because I'm not done. Now, let's just stay with what we got. Seems less bull busty. Now, the gusts, again, are going to be big, and it's not done yet. It's all being fueled in that big tongue of EMF. And the flow of hot toward colds is making wind. Yeah, it looks like most of your wind will be fucking off within about 48 hours. Yeah, but not on the coast. Big waves, and then it's New Zealand's turn to catch the gusts, and it's nothing you want to be participating in again. Don't be bringing your lawn furniture back out. It'll be a few days before that's going on. Yeah, this is big gusts of wind that are going to affect the lower hut, upper hut, New Plymouth, and an area right there. It looks like most of the winds are going to skirt to the south of the volcano field, right? And the features of the land there will then hem the wind and then let it go into a valley where the velocity will increase naturally through certain Venturi and hose type of fix. Yep, not good, not good. And then you got to go over to here. I'm going to take you straight to it. Yeah, then coming on Friday night into the overnight hours, early Saturday morning, you got another one to contend with. And it's not going to be as bad as this last line, but it's wide and it's long lasting. Okay, so it's going to lead to some bad totals. I just letting you know, you got some big wins. It's your totals on the tens, and it's not pleasant to show. And on the 2 weeks, it's a disaster again for this area. You should see what GFS says. They're finally getting honest with the totals. Yeah, that seems more likely, more widespread in this storm because the center of its circulation is much wider. But those totals are too low. I'm thinking about a quarter of a meter again for the Nelson area. They're not good. A swat of up to 200 miles coming through right where my hand is here is very, very likely. Wind to the south, rain to the north. Yeah, this is a bad situation again unfolding. Pert, you got this one. I have to go over these because your government's not giving you honest forecasts. You got two batches, right? This one you're contending with now is dealable by 6-7 centimeters. That batch there, you're looking about 2. None of this is big runs, which is nice. But it's a dreariness. It's depression when you can't see the sun. It just is. And I look every day and I say, where is my sunshine? My only sunshine. It make me happy when no chembombs are displayed. You'll never know how much I love this earth. So please don't let them take our sunshine away. Big love. Stay safe. Peace.